Let me say this clearly. Most people who look into ATM business are not wrong about the opportunity. They're wrong about why they never move forward. It's not because they lack money. It's not because they lack intelligence. It's because they are protecting themselves from risks that they don't actually understand. And this is what they do by believing myths. These myths sound responsible. They sound cautious. They sound like smart objections, but they quietly keep people stuck at zero. If you've been interested in this business for a while, but you still haven't acted, one of these beliefs is almost certain the reason. Before we go any further right now, let's not hesitate to do this. Hit subscribe and turn on that notification bell for all upcoming videos. This channel breaks down the ATM business the real way, step by step, no hype, no shortcuts, no guessing. If you want real cash flow assets and real execution, you need these videos to help you through the process. Do that now and stay with me. Hi, I'm Phil from PDQ Merchant Enterprises and the ATM Mastermind group page, and I've been in the ATM business for decades, and I've heard every objection, concern, and excuse you can imagine. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly the ATM myths that stop people from ever placing their first ATM. More importantly, I'm going to explain what is actually true instead. This is about removing false risks so you can see the opportunity clearly and move forward with confidence. Let's get into this. Here's what we're covering today. First, the myth that cash is dying. Second, the belief that ATMs are too expensive to start. Third, the idea that ATMs are unsafe. And fourth, and most of all, the belief that the ATM business is too complicated. Here's the first myth that I hear all the time. Cash is dead. Everything is digital now. Nobody uses cash anymore. ATMs are going away. This sounds logical if you read the headlines, but cash usage is not decided by headlines. It's decided by behavior. Certain environments still use cash every single day. Bars, restaurants, convenience stores, events, high traffic locations where speed matters. People do not withdraw cash because they love cash. They withdraw cash because it solves a problem in that moment. The real issue with this myth is that it keeps people debating trends instead of studying demands. Operators do not argue that cash is dead. They look at the transaction data. If people are withdrawing cash at a location, the question is already answered. Believing this myth keeps people watching these videos. Understanding demand puts machines in the ground. Here's the next myth. ATMs are too expensive. ATM machines cost too much. You need too much cash. This risk feels high. This belief focuses on the cost instead of the structure. Every real business requires capital. The real question is not, does it cost money? The real question is, does it make any money? Cheap machines placed badly are expensive. Well-placed machines with systems are efficient. This is how real operators think. They look at transactional value, uptime, cash velocity, operating control. When people only focus on upfront costs, they never get to the real numbers. And when you never run the real numbers, you never get to the start. This myth keeps people broke by keeping them overwhelmingly cautious. Here's another myth that usually sounds like concern. ATMs are unsafe. What about theft? What about vandalism? What about fraud? Here's the truth. Every business has risk. Retail has theft. Restaurants have spoilage. ATMs have cash exposure. Professionals do not avoid risk. They manage it. They choose locations carefully. They control visibility. They limit cash exposure. And they use insurance. Chaos creates danger. Systems reduce it. The real problem is not risk. The real problem is unknowing the risk. Once risk is understood, it is controlled. It becomes predictable. Avoiding the business does not remove the risk. It only removes the opportunity. Here is the final myth. The ATM business is too complicated. There is too much to learn, too many rules, too many moving parts. The simple truth is the business is not complicated. It's sequential. Most people feel overwhelmed because they try to learn everything at once. Banking, compliance, locations, machines, cash, all mixed together. That would overwhelm anyone. Operators do not do that. They follow a system in order, one step at a time. When you know what matters, everything feels simpler. The myth keeps people stuck in learning mode instead of execution mode. If you want to stop guessing and start executing, download our ATM A to Z checklist below. It shows you what matters, what order to follow, and what to ignore. And if you want a deeper guide into real examples, live breakdowns, join the next ATM Masterclass. If you are serious about building a real business, stop protecting yourself with myths and stop following a system. Watch our next video on your screen where I show you how to turn an ATM from a side hustle into real business. I'll see you at the next ATM Mastermind video.